New year, new me. We hear this phrase all the time once the new year comes around. Everyone's trying to make these New Year's resolutions, trying to become an ideal version of themselves. But as we see these patterns within ourselves and probably people around us, as the days and weeks and months go by, they kind of stop these resolutions. And I was like this too, whether it be getting healthier, getting more money, finding happiness, finding love. We see that these New Year's resolutions never really seem to pan out the full year. So, what I'll teach you in this video is why these resolutions never worked out, and what I learned and did to make these resolutions stick, so you can manifest anything you want in 2025. The first step to understanding how to actually manifest is to understand why it was not working before. Saying new year, new me, you're still applying the same limiters you had before. You are confining yourself to these old thought patterns, habits, and to this third dimensional realm. We can see this is the case, as I would guess 95% of people fail to do their New Year's resolution. This is the biggest mistake that people do not realize they are doing. They are operating on the wrong plane of existence. They think that for the change to occur, this shift into the desired reality must be a physical change to start it off. The issue is that it is so easy for people to think that they must do some sort of action to get into the desired reality, such as exercising will get me fit, or getting a job will get me money. But that is the mistake, because to actually manifest, all three planes of existence must be aligned. You must not prioritize one plane of existence. And most people do not have the realization that there's more than even one plane. The physical, mental, and spiritual. The Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, the mind, body, spirit. You must align the natural law of three to get into the desired reality. And this is also flipped to those people who think doing nothing will get them to their desired reality. Focusing too much on one plane is misaligning the balance of all three. The biggest mistake people are making, and why they're not manifesting into their desired reality or keeping up with their resolutions, is that they're focusing or operating from one plane of existence. Another way to look at this mistake is that people are operating under their perceived limitations. If you are still operating and thinking you are human, you are still operating from this third dimensional realm. This also means you are trapped in operating from an illusion. But you must operate from your higher self, one's ability of co-creation, the God within you. Because once you are operating from the higher self, you are transcending these illusions, these traps and mistakes, and now you can see your own patterns. As you see, you cannot change an outcome with another outcome. This is like putting a band-aid over a band-aid because it was not big enough or was not working. You need a whole other solution. So, instead of looking at the broken system, I'll need to explain how the things manifest in the physical in the order of events. For you need to understand the order of operation and be able to reverse engineering to your desired reality. Because this understanding and awareness is how to change and materialize your desired reality. So I'll walk you through it step by step so you can follow along and connect the patterns you have seen through your life. Because all that increases in your vibration, awareness, or whatever form of spiritual growth you want to call it. It's just pattern recognition. So, first thing is to understand to materialize something in your physical reality, you must learn the tricks of the ego. We can see these tricks and patterns being played out daily through the patterns that humans will have. The ego will trick someone into thinking that the action is the same as the result. For example, like saying you need to exercise to become healthier, or you need a job to get money. This keeps you stuck in operating in the physical plane of existence. But this is not the whole picture. You must understand that we are multi-dimensional beings, so we must look at the multi-dimensional patterns, the sequence of events that leads to the result. And in this case, what I mean by multi-dimensional, we will be looking at the three planes of existence. So what you need to understand is that although the act of being a human seems like the action occurring is the move, like when you're hungry you eat, or thirsty you drink, or I move my mouth to speak. But what you must realize and must zoom out to see is that what's actually happening in this physical plane is an effect. So, that is why trying a physical action to change the physical does not work. You cannot change an effect by trying to change an effect. This is the illusion of the ego, of the third dimensional realm. Another way to look at it is that you're trying to out-hustle your own state of consciousness. This is the similar idea that you just can't outwork a diet. You cannot outwork your own state of consciousness or frequency. So, if the physical plane is just the effect, there must be a cause. Because the physical plane is not the causality, that is the illusion of the ego, but it is the mental plane of existence that is the causality. The mind is the cause. Cause and effect are always one. They are the yin and yang principles of the three planes of existence as we look at it through manifestation. The cause will always lead to the effect, and the effect will never lead to a different cause. Let's look at a few examples of New Year's resolutions and how it works with this idea. Let's say you're trying to get healthy. Well, from the approach of the ego, one thinks that the mind can think about unhealthy thoughts, and as long as you're working out enough, you will get healthy. If you're thinking about fast food and being lazy and think you'll just miraculously be healthy because you work out every once in a while, you're living in that illusion mindscape of the ego. Another example, let's say you want to get rich, but you're stressed about every penny you spend and not already thinking like someone who is rich. And then you're just trying to work harder, getting jobs and reading crazy amount of information, you will not actually get into your desired reality. Another common mistake or trick is the concept of time. This idea of good things takes time, saying a future promise, such as, I'm going to be or I will be, is a trick. These future promises are part of the trap of the illusion of the ego. For time itself is an illusion. So if you're trying to manifest and break free from this third dimensional realm, you must also break free from the limitations brought upon the conceptualization from this third dimensional realm. If you are confined by time, then that means you are operating within it. So, the more you say future promises, you are creating separation, distancing yourself from the concept of time from your desired reality. So the more you say future promises, you are creating separation, distancing yourself using the concept of time from your desired reality. You are saying what you currently are not. But to get into your desired reality, you must break free of these illusions and be in your desired reality right now, because you can only have what you already have. Now, you know the common mistakes, traps, and illusions to look out for. We can now explain the orders of operations of how this works. So, to get to manifestation in reality, I will walk through the whole picture backwards. From reality, there has to be action. From action, there has to be the thoughts and motivations. And from that is the intuition. And from intuition is the mind, or your frequency, your state of being. So, seeing this, we can see how passion, motivation is more important than what we do or the action. This is why believing in yourself is the ultimate form of getting into your desired reality. I mean, this has been explained countless times through multiple texts, such as the Bible. So, to understand this framework, this order of operation, you must understand what makes up your mind or frequency. What makes up this is your belief, emotions, and focus. You can interchange these ideas with synonyms as in mood, emotionally charged thoughts, identity, conviction, or confidence. So, let me walk you through this framework with these New Year's resolutions. If you want to get healthy, for example, but your frequency or your belief, emotion, and focus are all on the frequency of someone who is unhealthy, let's follow the order of operations with that frequency. So due to the cause and effect, or the chain of events, the person's reality will still be unhealthy. So, if your frequency is unhealthy, then your intuition is calibrated in receiving messages of someone who is unhealthy, which then your thoughts and motivations will be aligned with this calibration. So you have the thought patterns that keep you unhealthy. This leads to taking unhealthy actions, which is now your desired reality. I mean, think about it like this. If New Year's hits and you're going to the gym consistently for a week or two, but then it storms or it's too cold, or your friends are going to get some fast food and you are compelled to do these actions, that is because you did not change your frequency. So, if the voice in your head is giving you the thought that are leading you away from your desired reality, it is because you did not change your frequency. Let's follow these orders of operations or this framework with the reverse. If the frequency is healthy, then your intuition will be calibrated to do healthy stuff. Then your thoughts will compel you to do healthy things, causing healthy actions with the effect of your desired reality being healthy. I mean, you can see this with gym goers who say that they love going to the gym. There's a certain point that you love going to the gym because your frequency has finally changed. So eventually, down the line, will reflect the change of your frequency. So, I'm going to run through the other example we have been using for the New Year's resolution for the purpose so that you can understand this concept and be able to reverse engineer it yourself. So, let's say the New Year's resolution is to get rich, but your frequency is still in that broke mindset. Well, if your frequency, your belief, emotion, and focus are all being broke, then your intuition is calibrated to that. And then that means your thoughts will compel you to do things that someone who is broke will do, such as saving money, stressing about money, not spending on it on things you enjoy. So your actions are of someone who is broke, which in turn is the effect. You are in a broke reality. But on the flip side, if you have a rich frequency or mindset, then your intuition will be calibrated to that. Your thoughts that compel you to express your abundance of money, and in turn, do express. Then, in your reality, the effect, you are rich. Alright, now I'm going to use a personal example of how I manifested something last year to get into my desired reality. And that is what you're seeing right around us, living in the van. My desired reality was to live out of a van and travel to different nature places and experience the crazy lifestyle of a nomad. And what I did first was having this belief, emotion, and focus that I was already doing it, way before I bought the van or even built the van. I would never claim that I was not a van life person, although I had currently not even bought a van at the time, because I knew the principles and the pattern of how not to get caught up in the ego's illusion. It was not until I fully convinced myself that this is my passion, my focus, my desired outcome, was until I started really doing the action, the research. And here I am now living out of my van, already experiencing a lot of van life adventures in my desired reality. This is proof of the framework and its practicality. So let me sum up how to manifest anything you want in 2025, or whenever. First, you must realize that to get into your desired reality, you must first change your reality mentally before it takes the action physically. A key note is to know that your emotionally charged thoughts are where your frequency is at, and that they are the most powerful thoughts. Once you have no longer any emotional attachments to the outcome, then the effect will occur/appear in reality, or the physical plane. Do not do what the majority of other people are doing, which is the backwards way of doing it. Second, you must not fall into the illusion of time. Do not say or think about the future or past tense. You will only be delaying the effect of reality. So you must affirm it now with the presence. Then, once these steps have been taken, you can embody it and take the action, because the snowball effect of getting into your desired reality in the physical plane is set in motion, because you're already there. And that's it. Go manifest. Thanks for watching. Peace.